Hello and welcome to another episode of Farming Simulator 22 over on Ballysprings. Right, just to give you an idea, guys, we have got 4,990 litres. Again, it's lost 10 litres somewhere. I don't really know where. I'm not really over fussed either, to be honest. But we have to go and sell it. And we're going to... well, we've got two choices for selling this. And those choices are, we can either sell it at the closest place, which is just at the bottom of our road, which is good enough for me. I know I kind of said I didn't want to sell everything here, but I've got quite a lot of work we need to get done today, guys. We need to crack on with some silage work. We need to crack on with some mowing. You know what I mean? We've got quite a bit to do today, and yeah, we need to get on with it, really. So if we can just get this over there, this might give us enough money to buy. I'm thinking of just buying that forage harvester because we do a lot of grass work. And we do a lot of grass work. Wow, that was... Wow! Nearly £21,000 for one pallet of fabric. Obviously, technically, it's 5 pallets of fabric, but you get the idea. But yeah, we've got some grass work to do today over on the farm. So we've got quite a bit we need to get done. We need to get weeding in this field as well. Now 166 and 165, which is the silage crop we've just put in here, I would like to try and get a worker on that. And the reason why, I'd like to see how it performs. No other reason than seeing how it performs with the weeder. On the condition we've still got the weeder. I think I leased it last time. So we do just need to double check. Oh, would you believe it? There's stuff's coming in the store that we just need. Oh, you're joking me. So we didn't... Okay. It's not really what I wanted to see. We're going to have to lease it again. The problem is we're going to have to lease it. Well, we've got two choices. We can either lease it and weed it, or we can use spray. Spray will work just as well. I don't think we've got any spray on the farm either. Do we even have a sprayer? I don't think we have a sprayer either, do we? We don't even have a sprayer. No, we don't. So no, we might as... If we're going to... Let's have a look what we've got. I'll tell you what there is now. We do have the option for... We've got a mod pack for spraying. And it basically gives us the... Look, the weed spotting sensor, look. 2,000... I prefer to use the weeders, though. You have to forgive me. I'm forgetting where everything is today. Output small. They can be. Well, that one's for maize. We're using maize. Let's go lease that. Yeah, I thought I already had one. If I'd have known I had if I didn't have this on the farm, I would have driven to the farm. You know what I mean? I would have driven to the shop to go and get it first, and then just appeared with it on the farm and explained what I did. I thought we already had one. So that is my mistake. So we do need to travel back to the shop, and well, to the shop and back, shall I say? But yeah, this is just going to massively slow us down now. Like, massively slow us down. So that is not good at all for us right now. But again, we've only got grass to cut today. It's not the end of the world. If we can get the grass cut today, we do need to try and get some we need to get it picked up. We need to get it in the bunker as soon as possible. That's what I'm trying to work out now, when it needs to be in. So it needs to be in the bunker today as well. So we may need to get our hands on a forage harvester today. I am thinking of going with the New Holland. I am definitely thinking of going with the New Holland. There we go. Oh, we do have some spray, so we must have used the sprayer at some point. Right, let's have a look. What are the options for the forage harvester? We were going to look at buying the New Holland. That's what we were going to look at. So if we go to forage harvester, we've got a pickup for grass. Right, so the sickle header does actually cut grass. So we would want 5 grand. Hang on, that's 5 meters. Wow, that's actually, that won't fit through our gates. So we'd have to pay 5 grand to pick it up like that. Oh, 13 grand for both of them. 13 grand, 13. So we'd need about 45,000 pound basically to get both headers that we need for the harvester. Obviously we don't really need them both straight away. So we can buy them a few months apart, but we might as I think we might as well buy it. We might as well. I do want to try and get seeded. I do want to try and get maize planted quite often now, because if I can do silage with the maize, I can do all the rest of the fields as hay. That should make life a lot easier. Instead of having to cut the grass like 3 times a year, we can maybe cut the grass twice a year and just keep up with hay. Keep up with grass. We don't even need grass anymore, do we? That's the thing. God, look at the vehicles on this map. They're bloody shocking. And this is in particular. I tell you what, if this map, as in current state, passes testing with giants, then something is wrong. Something is wrong. I know someone who's working on a map and they're having issues with traffic as well. And obviously you don't get much help apart from other modders. But yeah, this can't be passed. You can't pass this. I want to just see if we can get a worker on this, guys. I don't know. 3 headlands, 25%, ups and downs, bloody blah. We're going to do smooth, we're going to do sharp, we're going to do that, we're going to do that, we're going to do that. Now this might be a problem. And I'll tell you why this might be a problem. Are we just gonna drive round in a completely random circle? I get that my tractor was facing the wrong way. That gives me the perfect opportunity to do this. Give me a minute. I'm gonna have to reset that course up. Now I was gonna put the Lamborghini on to do this weeding. Now the problem is with doing the Lamborghini on the weeding is the fact that the New Holland doesn't have enough power to pull the to use both mowers. So I would rather put the New Holland onto the weeder. That's looking really good. Looking really good is that. Yeah, this farm is really in a good strong position now. We're sat with £116,000 in the bank. Now we are still leasing equipment. We are still right then, guys. Sorry about the jump cut. I had to take that phone call. It was my eldest kid's college. Didn't really need any, just needed some information and some permissions for some things. And yeah, I didn't know. I genuinely thought they were gonna ring him up, ringing up saying, oh, he's ill or something daft. They don't normally ring for stuff like what they've just done before, but you never know. Rules with schools and colleges are always changing. So yeah, sorry about the jump cut. I have started cutting this field, guys, because I didn't know how long I was going to be on the phone. But like I said, I genuinely thought they were going to say he was going to be ill or something, and then they started talking about needing permission for something, and I was like, oh, I'm just going to do a little bit. Now, obviously, all I've done is started cutting this field a little bit, just to try and pass a little bit of time. The worker is somewhere over there doing his job, with his weeding or hoeing, shall we say. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on him while we're doing our bits and bats. But obviously, we want to get these grass fields going. Now, we don't have as many grass fields to do. We have technically got rid of 2 grass fields. Now, the problem I've got is I think we still need to... I think one of the problems we're going to have is getting the silage into the TMR maker. So I'm wondering if we made the right call planting corn. I'm starting to think we made a mistake planting corn. We could have planted sunflowers. We could have made some extra money from the sunflowers. We could have done sorghum. I'm starting to think we maybe made a mistake planting corn. Now, we can turn the corn into silage. That's no, you know what I mean? That's not a problem. The problem's going to be moving it 2,000 or 3,000 litres at a time in a bucket. That's going to be painfully slow, guys, because you can't drop, you know what I mean? To make TMR, you have to use the you have to lift it in, which means we'd have to make it in, you know, where at the moment we just kind of add bales in. Yeah, I'm in a bit of a pickle. I'm in a bit of a pickle because I think we've made a mistake planting the maize. So yeah, hopefully you guys will see where I'm coming from with the possible pickle. There's not much we can do about that now, though. Do you know what I mean? That's going to be the biggest problem. There's not going to be much to do. Now, because I've got a jump cut in my video, I'm also not going to be very organised with how long this episode is going to be. So it might be a bit longer than normal, and it might not be as well. Not much I can do about that now. I've just kind of lost my place. But like I say, I didn't expect any phone calls today. Like when I got parcels coming, I always know parcels are coming. I get my videos and all that done beforehand. But yeah, random phone calls. And it's not like it's saying my mum and dad where I can ring them back once I finish recording. You know, when it's one of my kids' schools / college, it's you've got to answer it just in case they're being ill. Now, as you can see, cows looking really good over there, guys. Got to double check the feed again in a minute, guys. It would be nice to double check the feed anyway. Yeah, I'm in a real pickle here, guys, on what to do. If we just do maize, now hear me out. If we just do maize and we sell it as corn, yeah, we don't need to buy the forage harvester. But I do want to use a forage harvester on this, and I want to use a New Holland. But I just think the bunker's going to be a little bit of a nightmare. But don't forget, only one of these, we've got 3 grass fields, okay? Only one of these grass fields is going to be for silage. Probably the smallest one for the bunker for now. No. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think the best way to play this at the moment. I think we have made the mistake with the corn. I'm at least thinking that. But you never know. You never know. I might surprise myself and it might end up being a brilliant idea. But at the moment, I'm thinking it was a mistake. Yeah, if we can get the forage harvester, if we do the maize as silage, we can maybe sell that silage. Maybe that silage will sell, but remember, we've lost 2 grass fields. So we have lost. And I'm thinking here, 1 field. We need a relatively big field. Yeah, so this can be a hay field. I don't really know why I'm swathing this field. It needs to be hay. Now, I don't know, guys. I'm proper I'm not confused. I'm just proper. Did we make the right decision? I don't think we did, but we're doing something different. We've planted the same crops now for a couple of years because it's been the easiest way to have the farm survive. Do you know what I mean? But I would like to get a potato field on this map. I really would. The problem I've got is the harvesters. I can't use one of the big harvesters because that wouldn't fit this series at all. Because it would just get stuck all the time. But I also know the little ones are really, really little. So I don't want to do a field too big for potatoes. If that makes sense. But we need, in order to do that, we would need to give up another grass field. Well, that means we need to buy another grass field. Or what I'm thinking, you see this grass field just here at the side of us? I'd like to buy this grass field, okay? And then the grass field at the very bottom of our farm by the road, I'd like to do potatoes in that, if I'm honest. It's a pretty good size field for potatoes. And then all the potatoes can go directly into our chip company, you know, in our chip production. So we've got a use for the potatoes. That's why one of the reasons I want to do them is because we have a use for them. Oh, we managed to miss that a little bit there. That was awkward. That was very awkward indeed. You can see the how the farm is just growing so nicely. New ideas, new ways of doing things. But yeah, we need to find a cheaper potato harvester in my eyes. That's probably one of the biggest things we need right now on the farm is a potato harvester. And then we can plant potatoes. And I think it'll be absolutely brilliant to be doing potatoes. I really do. Really? I missed that little bit again? My driving is terrible. Even when I was recording the trucking video today, my driving wasn't brilliant today. It was a little bit all over the spot. Oh, would you believe it? That was annoying. Got to go all this way for this tiny little bit. Can we maybe do it like this? Yeah, there we go. Got one field left to mow at the moment anyway. Okay. Got to fold that up so I can make that corner. Completely forgot about that. This is the problem with doing multiple series at once. You forget what you do on certain ones and what you don't do in that. Okay, so you just sat there wasting money. I'm not surprised in the slightest, to be honest. You're not even... You've done absolutely nothing. Oh, I've done one headland and got stuck. Just put that there for now. I need it to carry on. I've got other work I need to get done today. God, they're bloody useless. The game is so useless with courseplay in some of these fields. And I get, yeah, but it was kind of the hedge that was the issue. But I set up a courseplay for the field and he wasn't even on the course. It's annoying. It's like, come on. Courseplay gives me so many... It just gives me just such a giant headache. And yet I see people with like no issues at all. But I know this map has issues with courseplay. Just because of how tight the fields and are. But how could it not think of itself? Oh, well, I need to reverse here, you know, because there's a hedge. It can reverse with other collisions and stuff. But I don't know, it just... For some reason, sometimes it just doesn't seem to work like that. Yeah, this would be a really good potato field, I'm telling you. Saying that, one of them other little fields would be a good potato field, especially if we have to do like 2 meters at a time. You know, one of them that we plant canola in. Maybe this could be the canola field. I don't know. You know, I've got so many options that I just don't know the easiest way to do it. Nah, I think I might know why he got stuck now. He's doing right. So he needed an extra headland. I think that's what it was. He needed an extra headland. Hopefully he doesn't have any more problems, because he's already wasted £200 doing, well, let's be honest, nothing. But it's nice that we're not doing any contracts anymore as well. We are well and truly past doing contracts at the moment. We do contracts if we've got nothing to do now, rather than before we were doing contracts to help keep the farm afloat. So I'm really, really impressed with how the farm's grown over the 5 in-game years, you know what I mean? We went from having very basic grass equipment and a couple of cows to milk cows, beef stock cows, some fantastic, highly expensive equipment. You know, we're now looking at doing potatoes. I never would have thought I'd have been looking at doing potatoes on this map. But here we are, looking at doing potatoes. But this is going to be all 3 of the grass fields cut, guys. So that is another job done. So now it's a case of turning some of it into hay and some of it into silage. But I say turning it into silage, it'll be turning it into... I need to look on the calendar first though, guys, before we do anything. I think I might have another issue. Silage takes 3 days to ferment. Okay, so 3 days to ferment. So what I'm thinking here is, issue-wise, how many days before that corn is ready? I say days, in months I mean. We've got 3 months for that silage to be ready. If I put it in, how many days before or months before that corn is ready? That's a bit of a concern. We might have to, we might just have to look into that a little bit right now. Because if that corn's ready in, say, 2 months' time, that means we can't put any of this grass into the bunker. You know what I mean? It's another issue in itself. Turn that off, do that, do that, do that. Fold that up there, perfect. So let me just look at the calendar now, because that is going to determine if we bale this or not, or we just head the entire lot. So we need to look at the calendar, and we've got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so we're in. So we planted corn then. So this is month 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will be ready there. So if it's ready there, so if we put. So yeah, the problem will be is moving the silage. We'll have to find somewhere to put the silage. But yeah, that's going to be another... I think we're going to be in May in the next episode. Through no fault of our own, we're just going to have to be in May in the next episode. I want to get the silage in that bunker first before we ted. That has to be done. We can't ted the hay. But at least we can play it as in we're going to leave it like out, do you know what I mean? Dry in the sun a little bit first. So let us go and look at getting the forage harvester. We're going to just go and buy it, guys. We'll buy the header we need today, because we need to buy 2 different ones. So we'll buy the one we need today. Oh, that's the thing actually. Corn can be ready the month before. 1, 2... Yeah, oh god. Right, yeah. We may have an overlap here, but it's tough luck. I'm gonna do it. £30,000. No, we don't need the wide tyres. The standard tyres are good enough. And then we need to get the header for it. So if we go into forage, we want to pick up grass, 3.1 meters. That's a really good one. We'll buy that for £5,000. I can't believe we've got a forage harvester. Now, I know it's only an old school one, but guess what? It's going to be fantastic on this job. Absolutely fantastic. I just want to get this field started. Now, we're going to do the field at the bottom. We don't want to have loads and loads of silage because we're going to have the corn coming in. We just want to have a little bit to help tide us along. I also didn't realise how slow this was going to be. This is very, very slow. This is very, very slow indeed. But it's good enough. It's good enough. Once it's on the farm, it's never going to leave. Never going to leave. Has this got a... Yes, this has a trailer connection. Maybe we can put a trailer on this. That would be really nice, actually. Now, if we'd have used courseplay to cut the grass, we could have just put this on courseplay. But we didn't, so we're going to have to... Well, follow me might work. Yeah, it might work, actually. Follow me might actually work. Let me get rid of that courseplay menu. Oh. Come on. This is not the quickest thing in the world, is it? 16 miles per hour. This is when I wish I had a farm closer to the shop. Like, if I was to end the Ballysprings series because it comes to, say, natural closing, I would probably bring Ballysprings back under the old school series because I'm running out of maps that I do like to play on. Someone was saying yesterday, well, Matt, why don't you try playing on the Oaks? Honestly, I replied to your comment of why I don't like it, but I will say it in here. The reason why I won't play the Oaks map is because you have to download about 15 mods to play on it. Now, I have a lot of mods. I'm not going to download a bomb load of mods to play on a map. If a map creator creates the map to the point where you have to have 20 mods to play on it, I am not interested in your map. Because if I wanted to use that mod, I would have already downloaded it. I haven't downloaded that mod because guess what? I don't want to use that mod. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be difficult. I'm not trying to be awkward. I'm not trying, you know, not trying to be a pain in the ass. But there are just some things that I don't want to do. And I don't want to use millions of different mods just to play on millions of different maps. If you can't bring that mod into the map and actually into the map itself, like what they've done on Ballyspring, they had a sell everywhere mod, but they didn't say you needed to download the sell anywhere mod. They brought it into the game. There's no excuse for having millions of mods to play a map. It's just laziness. I'm sorry, but it's just laziness. That is my opinion. People will most likely disagree with that, but I won't play the Oaks because of how many mods I have to download to play it. Simple as that. Could be the best map ever. Oxygen David is a prime example. You do not need to download any mods to play his maps. His maps are also the best maps you can play, full stop, so just kind of wanted to say that as well. Yeah, you don't need to play any, you don't need to download any mods to play on his maps. And that for me is the best thing ever. Okay. Oh my god, really? Finally. Right. Oh. Don't know. Oh, hang on a minute. Pipe out. Pipe out. I weren't sure there. Right, I just got to set this up, guys. I've not used follow me on this one. So we need the distance to be smaller. $10. Okay, so five is Just want to make sure it's going to follow me. Yes. Just, but it is coming. Ah, that sucks. Right, so we're not doing very well here. So we need to set this as an offset. We need an offset to... No, wrong side. We need an offset of 2. I'll tell you what, actually. Let me try this a different way. Now, this might be a little bit of a longer video, guys. It's just the way it's turning out to be. I want to try and set this up so we can do this in the next episode and kind of just crack on a little bit with it. I want this to be about there. So, I think... Follow me. 5. 2 might be good. I just, like I said, just want to... Okay, so 2 is still not enough. Okay. So, offset... Oop, is... 5 maybe? Okie dokie, that's really good. So it doesn't want to be 5, it wants to be 4. And we need that to be pretty much 0. There we go. That's what we need. That's what we need. 4 and 0. 4 and 0. Beautiful. Now we won't get loads in this one, guys, because we've got quite a bit of grass and we don't have loads and loads of room in this trailer. But it will fill up at some point really, really soon. And then we can crack on. It would be nice if this was on the outside, to be honest. But there's not enough room for it on the outside on this first lap. So we have to get it just on the inside at the moment. But that trailer is almost full. Now that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this episode when I dump this first trailer load. I think that's pretty much the best place to leave it. So yeah, we've got an idea where it wants to be. 4 to one side. I'll tell you what else I need to do as well. Work. I think it was worker menu. No, worker menu doesn't work when I've got a worker hired, if I remember rightly. Yeah, it doesn't work when I've got a worker hired and I've still got a worker somewhere over there. And he's crashed again, guys. So this episode has kind of been a little bit of a disaster. The workers are just absolutely useless. Even with cosplay, they're useless. Absolutely useless. Oh, I'm going to get stuck on a hedge constantly. What we've got in here? 14,500 litres. This bunker only holds 200,000 litres, guys. That is something we do need to consider when doing the corn. 200,000 litres is not a lot. So that's plenty of room there to turn around. That should then go this way. Yeah, there's plenty of room to get in there. It's a relative... I tell you what, this is a very tall bunker. I didn't realise how tall this bunker was. If we do that and we do that, let's try and get that more to the back. Trying to see, but that tree's in the way, guys. That tree is in the way. I don't want to make I don't want to make it too steep either, because I want to be able to reverse like that, you know. And apparently we've gotten... Right, okay, this is not a very good mod bunker, guys, I'm afraid. It is not a very good... Not a very good mod. Yeah, there's not much I can do about this now. I'm in a bit of a pickle. There we go. This is not a very good bunker. Look at it leaking out the back here. So that mod has got really poor collisions. Really poor collisions. When it leaks out the back, it's a poor collision. But yeah, all I'm going to do then, guys, I'm not going to do anything off recording. All I'm going to do is I'm just going to put that worker back on. I tell you what, I'm going to finish that mowing. I'm going to finish that rowing, sorry. Hoeing. I'm going to finish the hoeing off recording, guys, because I am absolutely sick of that New Holland getting stuck. And I'm going to just put this back over here, ready for the next episode, because we will get all this grass. This grass can go into there. I might have to look at buying a new trailer soon, because this one is just not big enough anymore. It's just not big enough. Not big enough in the slightest. But I hope you have enjoyed this episode, guys. It's been a very weird episode, just because, you know, of everything that's been going on. I am also just going to do I can't even spell now. Dragon Lady is a member on YouTube. She gets her name in here. We have Deadly Cooper. I spelled with 2 double O, but we don't have that enough space. And we also have David, who became a Patreon subscriber last week with the gold tier. So you get your name in the game if you remember, or a Patreon subscriber. But for now, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you back on Ballysprings tomorrow, guys.